Hey, this is Linz, and you are watching Support the Scene.
Hey guys, it's Jade from Support the Scene. I'm here with another amazing Vancouver artist. Though you're around, you play everywhere. For those who don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself?
How's it going, guys? What's up, City of Vancouver music scene? This is Tyro James, Tyrow James. I am the leader and, just all-around great guy of our idol group, Super Kawaii, and I have been a hip-hop artist in Vancouver as a solo for over 10 years.
Yeah, you have. I remember hearing your stuff I remember you gave us a CD, and we just blasted that CD for like ages. I just remember like me and Rose were sitting in the car just listening to it over and over and over.
Yeah, well, I mean, you and Rose have been doing it for a minute too. I think I met both of you maybe 10 years ago as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's really good to see, you, Rose, and just anyone who's been doing it in Vancouver for over 10 years, and there's not only still doing it, but consistently and still thriving. It's so good to see.
Exactly. Keep supporting the scene. Now, so since I've met you and you've been solo for so long,
yeah,
and then you joined and you created this group that I've seen, this idol. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, for the sake of argument, I just sometimes will say it's a hip hop group, but I do want to just kind of give it more of an umbrella term. So basically during the pandemic, I kind of, I felt maybe I was done as a solo artist. I had said all that needed to be said, blah, blah, blah. I was looking for something new, something fresh. And about that time, I really dived into K-pop, especially girl groups. And I got super into it. And there was no going back from there. And then along with just a lot of other inspirations and thoughts, I wanted to create a group. I've always wanted to be in a group. And now was my opportunity to try something fresh and just out of the box of what I was doing before. I randomly hit up a lot of people, and it wasn't supposed to be all females at first, but eventually it just kind of went that way. And I started to kind of run with the aesthetic of myself. And I think it was five girls, and it was kind of a fun dynamic. And I just kind of thought, well, we were doing punk songs, pop songs, and rap songs. So I thought, well, we're kind of like a K-pop group in a way, because, K-pop is more of an idea than it is a genre.
Exactly, yeah.
Lets you do kind of whatever. You can kind of be whatever. So I'm like, well, let's just be an idol group. And if someone wants to challenge the idea, then I'll just be like, well, I'm not sure what to label us then. You can call us something then. I know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So that was kind of, to the long story short, kind of how it happened. I knew some of the members of our group, like Sherry Bomb and Scarface, just from bands and stuff. I kind of, knew them from shows, not on a personal level. And then Savvy and Sylvina were met online, just on Facebook, looking up people, and then a little bit of a holler, and then how are you? My name is Tyro. Here's some music. What do you think? And here we are, a year later, and this year I think we did 9 shows in the last year, just as a group. And our album came out, and our merchandise has come out, and it's all been happening so fast.
Speaking of merch, it's one of the big things with idol groups and with any kind of like pop music is the merch just has to pop. It has to, it's so different than being in a band where you can just rock a band t-shirt. The merch has to be something that is really cool. And I've really enjoyed everything that you put out. I think it's really well. So.
The K-pop merch, the whole thing is, it motivates me to do better and try harder and be more creative. Their merchandise and the way they package CDs is absolutely incrediable. And they've been doing it for over a decade, 15 years. And it's like the Western music just didn't catch on maybe until recently. And that what really brought me into K-pop was the physical copies, the unique packaging. I'm like, wow, this is it reminded me of being a fan when I was younger, how when you bought a CD, opened it up, maybe you got a special sticker or trading cards, and you're like, wow, this is fun. And then I feel like Western music kind of went so far digital that it kind of lost that little bit of magic that you had when you consume music, you know? It's so easy to click and just consume a song now, but when you buy like a K-pop record, man, you get so much stuff. I just bought sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I bought a record recently that actually gave a free ticket to watch their concert online, like a real concert of theirs, and you watch it online for free.
That's cool.
It was good stuff, like.
And that's the thing, right? Like, I loved when you opened up a CD and there's a CD and you got like the lyric book with all kind of cool art, maybe some cool behind the stage photos, kind of things like this. And then, yeah, there was just so much in it. Sometimes there was a poster, way back. And then I remember Interactive when they came out with CDs that would go in the computer.
Enhanced CDs.
Yeah, right?
With the videos.
And like, just things like that. And you're right, we've gone so far where we're releasing an album on Spotify and it's like cool, people can listen to it, but there's not enough immersiveness to it.
No, I feel like so I think what K-pop did was they transitioned from using the CD as not so much a way to push the album, but almost as a form of merchandise, like a t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? So it became something, instead of you would go to the merch table at a show to buy a CD, you know, you already have it on download or you already have it on your Spotify, but you're such a fan, you're like, I gotta get that CD because I love this group so much.
Exactly.
And you feel like and these K-pop groups, the fans feel like they're helping the group by buying this stuff. They really feel like they're helping them and making them get more famous, right? Because
and that's really what is the huge difference between, like, you know, Western and music, is that, like, you know, the joys of finding a band back, you know, when they're just forming, and like, oh man, I was a big fan of like so and so, you know, like Spirit Box, you know, back when they were just playing Victoria shows, blah 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 blah, and like, you know, and then seeing them go bigger, it's a totally different feeling than when you're over there and just like even some of the idol groups in Vancouver that I'm a fan of,
Non-Sweet.
Pardon? Yeah,
Non-Sweet.
Yeah, Non-Sweet all the way, right? I have Polaroids from their meet and greets, and like,
wow,
I've got stickers, and like, it's one of those things where, like, you know, knowing some of the members from their previous group, and then they've made this new group, and then being there from the ground up, you know, you feel very proud, right?
You do. It almost, you know, it makes you a fan for life in a way, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, wow, I feel like it really that's the way to connect with your fan base, you know what I mean? It's just watching that evolution, it makes it fun, you know? It just, I don't know, it brings a lot of the, it sounds tacky, but a lot of the magic back to music for me, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And like, you know, I know, like, at every show, you're always very personable. You know, you'll always be out there meeting people and saying hi and whatnot after your set and before. And like, I think that's so key. I don't get why musicians go to shows and then never go and talk to their friends and their fans, and are just, you know, in the green room hanging out and, you know, drinking beer or whatever, and then they'll play their set and then they'll head out. And it's like, it's supposed to be interactive. Like, you know, I came to see you.
I know. I feel maybe sometimes some of the artists in Vancouver, maybe they get a little, over the years, they get jaded, or no pun. They get jaded, but they get, you know, maybe the ego gets a little too big. I don't know, and they feel like, I don't need to hang with these fools. I'm just going to hang out back like a star or something. Yeah. Or, you know, the ones that come to shows and they show up really late, just as their set's about to go on, and then they get right on. It's like, oh, bye.
Yeah. Now,
no, I enjoy sitting out with the people and talking.
Yeah. So you're talking about some new stuff that's coming up.
Yes, it's some time is enough. The time has passed now where it's time for some fresh Super Kawaii content. We have finished recording our new EP, or mini album, as we're going to call it. It's called Fan Service.
Love it.
You know, talking about. It's going to be a little bit of the twist is we got 5 songs, but 3 of them are groups, and then 2 of them are going to be one solo from me and one solo from our friend Scarface, or some people know her Ohi, from many bands.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's going to be great. And that should be coming out in the spring, which will be accompanied by a 5 or 6 show tour. We've booked about 4 of the dates so far out of town. Hopefully returning to Portland, Grand Forks, Fernie, Roberts Creek, Kamloops, and then hopefully something local. We'll see what happens.
Grand Forks, great that they're going and showing it some love.
Have you been there?
My grandparents were just near there, so it was always close by and just a little short drive away.
Never been.
I've been twice, but just kind of just hung out a bit. Never really when I was able to come go see anything. So, but
I'm looking forward to it. I like those small town vibes.
That's the thing. Like when people go on tour, they hit like Kamloops, Kelowna, and then that's about it for the interior. I know bands that go up and they hit all these small towns, and they have so much more fun. And because like the whole town will come out, or like you'll just make a ruckus, and everyone will be like, "What the heck's going on?" It's great.
That's the best part about small towns too. Is a lot of them, the bars that you play at, or the whatever venue you play at, is usually the only place.
The only one, yeah.
And people are just gonna be there no matter what.
Yeah.
So you always get at least a crowd. Whereas of course, in the city, you can have 20 shows in the same night, and everything's spread really thin.
Yeah, true that. Now, one of the things. So with the new mini album, has the lineup changed at all? Is it the same group?
Yes. Well, we had our former member Kosher Pussy. She was a part of that name. She was a part of our first album, Kim Og, the recording part of it. But shortly after we recorded it and finished it, she dropped out of the group for just personal reasons. No love lost or nothing like that. It's all good. And then she was Sylvina is our new member. She filled in for her spot, and she has now recorded vocals of her own on the new album. So that's the really only change. Everybody else, Sherry Bomb, Savvy Chan, and Scarface, and myself are still there.
I love it. So yeah, that's awesome. Other than the tour and the album, is there anything else coming up? Any new videos?
Yeah, well, we're planning the music videos for the fan service mini album. Just gotta pull out the old brainstorming board and all that stuff. And they'll be released
with the title of like fan service. You have to make the video good, right?
Yes. It's gonna be it'll definitely be lewd stuff happening, obnoxious images just for no reason, just fan service, just what the people want to see.
Yeah.
I actually have a couple gigs coming up. One for our fallen friend RC the Hazard, who lost his battle with lung cancer. Ugh, sucks, terrible.
Yeah.
That's gonna be happening Friday, December 29th at Bowley's in New West. Great spot. We're going to be doing that. And then I got a show on January 5th at Brandy's Pub in Vancouver, a solo Tyro James set. And the following week, we are at Super Kawaii. We'll be at the Biltmore Cabaret on Friday, January 12th and January 13th, playing with Famous Dex and Little Xan on a double hitter weekend.
Wow. I love the Biltmore.
I have never played the Biltmore. I always wanted to. So super excited.
Definitely one of the finest stages in Vancouver for sure.
I heard the sound's really good too.
Yeah. Now,
excellent.
Before we close out, your top 3 animes at the moment. What are they?
Okay. Well, Spy Family is definitely one.
True that.
Number 2, probably Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
And I would put Spy Family as 3, Rent a Girlfriend number 2, and number 1, my current favorite one, is Girlfriend.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
It's so silly. It's fun, and it's like a rom-com kind of anime.
I think it's the people who just assume anime's only just like crazy fantastical Goku battles. It's just far missing an entire chunk. And like there's you can go and there's like rom-com, slice of life. There's just so much stuff to watch, and I highly recommend to anyone who hasn't. I doubt anyone watching just isn't into anime, because most of our fans are, and myself included.
Yeah, it's funny. That's how what you were saying about crazy gory fights in anime, that's of course, with the exception of Pokemon, that's kind of how the first animes that I'd seen. And when I was a teenager, a lot of my friends, they're like, you gotta watch it. This girl, she saws a guy in half. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, this is anime, right? But like, yeah, as I got older and my current girlfriend now introduced me to a lot of the more fun side of things. So I actually
Yeah.
enjoy the fun stuff and the cute
Oh.
stuff, the kawaii stuff.
Absolutely. And like, I think one of my favorite was My Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, a lot of the episodes in full, but girlfriend watches that one. I hear it and see it in the background.
It is worth a watch because it's got some of those perfect like super awkward moments. And it's just like total like, because he's trying to make cosplay for her, and he has to measure her sizes, and he's like trying not to be, he's so it's so good.
Sweating.
Oh yeah. My God. Oh yeah. And so anywho, any last words for audience?
Hey guys, if you guys want to see something different, a little bit of anime hip hop, anime pop music, check out Super Kawaii. We're super fun. You can hit up my my socials, TYROW James on every platform, and you will find the links to all that stuff. And just come to the shows, buy the merch, and have a great time, you guys. And thank you, Jade, for doing stuff like this. Sorry we couldn't do Car Free Show that time. We're definitely going to do it next year. If we
next year for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Just like this show, man. Support the scene,
Exactly. Thanks everyone for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and give us a share and keep supporting the scene. And everyone have a great day and happy holidays.
Let's do it. Happy holidays.
Woo-hoo.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching. This is Support the Scene. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, follow, and share.